Whoop whoop, what's going on, y'all? It's Friday night, and it's actually time for the Thuggalo show. Some of y'all joined in last night, and I can't really say that we're sorry we tricked you.
I mean, it is a clowning stream, right? So
Clowning around. At least
this
that's what
is
we're gonna say. That's what the official narrative is. The official
so.
narrative, the unofficial narrative was I was just so fucking tired after work when I made the StreamYard link that I may or may not have didn't click Friday instead.
You spilled the sauce. You spilled the sauce. We're not supposed to let them know how we trick them. We just accidentally do it.
But we're heroes right now, bro. We're fucking superheroes right now. We
We're
gotta be
super.
fucking, gotta be at least honest, if nothing else, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think that's a good question because I think there is some superheroes that are like mischievous though too, right?
Vigilantes,
I don't know. I don't pay
kick the
attention to
ass.
superhero shit. All I know is I
Nothing but
got my fucking Juggle Ohio 3 fucking Spidey universe fucking costume ready to roll, you guys. And I'll tell you what, this mask is driving me fucking
this
bonkers. I
man
can't put the mask on
also
anymore.
had to take his glasses
Oh,
off and he can't read
yeah.
shit. So
Can't see shit. Can't read shit. It's gonna make us hard to interview tonight's guest if I can't see the fucking questions at all. You know what I mean? Golly. And I'm dying. This bitch is choking me.
yeah, I don't know how I'm wear. I'm definitely not wearing this
Oh,
all fucking night at Juggalo Ohio either,
I,
bro.
I'm wearing it through the pit and all of that, but like once we get back to the hotel room, dog, this is going off. It's not moves, damn it. And look, it's fake. Okay,
Eh,
it's not.
I was gonna say you look pretty toned.
See, yeah. Well, that's real. That's real. It's not because of this. It's because I'm just fucking. Nah, this fat. Look at that.
You know what drives me crazy?
You guys will
The
see
hand.
yeah, these hands. You guys will see plenty of moves running around in Juggle Ohio 3, all right? So just don't take too much of them into mind right now.
Right, there'd be plenty of other ones.
All right. God
So
damn it.
tonight we got a fucking special climbing around stream tonight because we got a guest with us tonight. We've done it before where we've had special guests with just climbing around with us, whether it's been like fucking Big Nip or fucking Riot.
But you know what? It's also a special kind of clowning around too because it's also a page, kinda, if you will,
Dude,
this
that's
week
what
as
I was
well.
thinking. I had an echo. No one told me I had an echo.
But
That's
yeah,
good.
we're kind of blending it into a chapter, and it's a chapter of clowning around, so it works
See,
out
I
good.
almost thought about, bringing that up about having like, because we do a lot of,
Okay.
segments during clowning around streams. I think we might bring back like page of the week for a, clowning stream segment. This man had getting the assist from the wife,
Yeah, she came in and
just
fixed it, so
stretching
now I'm
out the
not
fucking
dying.
hand.
Oh, thank God I can breathe.
All right, I think it's about time we bring up our guest then, right?
Let's bring him on. This
Bring it
man just
on.
dropped a fire album. Oh,
See on repeat, then I'm on the street. Better be shopping up winning streak. I'm a boss, stay up ahead of me. I can floss to infinity, learn from losses. I'm endless.
Hell
that
yeah.
was quick.
A little snippet, if you will. But
Tierre
anyways,
Diaz.
hey, he muted though. Got him muted.
Boom.
There we go. There we go. He's still muted from the
It
intro, homie.
it was too fire, man. You can't, you know what I mean? You got to play him that
It,
much.
yeah, right. You gotta leave him wanting more. So
That
obviously
was
we got
funny.
fucking. Now, correct me if I'm not pronouncing it right, man. Tierre.
Yeah, Tierre, yes
Okay.
sir.
Tierre Diaz.
What up, y'all? Whoa.
So
Welcome,
let's.
welcome.
So man, you're like fresh off, like literally fresh off a drop of the new album. Like
Yeah,
today it dropped.
yep.
Nice.
Man, the
Even more.
flex, long time coming, man. Drop that midnight, and it's still people still bumping it right now, man. Look at my homie right there. That's
He's
my
big
guy right
chilling
there.
back there.
Yeah, he is.
That's the dog. Yo, he got more plays than me, man. Like
Yo.
Uh,
he's more famous than I am. I did some shit called Cat Raps, and he's the star of it. That shit got like over 1 million views, man. So you
man,
got
the
you got
internet loves cats.
a real
he's
super guest right now. I mean, he's a super ninja.
He's sitting back there judgmental and judging the whole
Yeah,
thing. You
he's
can
like,
see
yeah. He's like,
you can
listen,
see the airplane ears working overtime right now.
yo, shout outs to Ryan Lovejoy. Shout out to everybody here, and shout out to everybody that heard the album so far. It's the biggest project of my career, man. Man of Flex, man. Hope everybody likes it. And if you haven't
So
checked it out, check it out.
yeah, first of all, yeah, make sure you check that shit out. Don't sleep on it. I for one am glad that Jay Herm gave us the homework of making sure we listened to it today because I for one was blown the fuck away, man. Like it's such a good album. I was listening to it. Like I honestly, and it's probably gonna get some, pushback from this, but I didn't even know fucking Ouija dropped his new single with Rick Hill today because I was too busy listening to Maniflex.
It's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm just so glad it's out in the world, bro. Like I've been sitting on this music for so long. The fact that people can actually, because I've been feeling this way for a long time, just holding on to this heat, man. Just like, damn. Like especially like multiple gatherings has passed, and a lot of people like, yo, when's your album dropping? Knowing I got what I got in the bag, knowing I have the shit that I want, you know what I mean? But now that it's finally out, I am so fucking excited. So hearing you say you like
Yeah.
it, bro, makes means a lot.
Well, let's just get into that, right? What the title Maniflex? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, man. So Maniflex, the word itself just pretty much came to me, but it's really all about manifestation and achieving your goals and dreams.
Right.
And I'm still at the time, and I still am, but I'm big into writing down everything I want to accomplish, all my goals, all my dreams,
Hell yeah.
and visualizing it, and then believing it will happen, and then working towards it. Right. So all my life, I always wanted to work with Insane Clown Posse. I always wanted to play at the Gathering and do all this shit. Right. I always wanted to be on TV, do commercials. Like all my life, I wanted to do these things, and it wasn't until I started using my energy towards it and using the power of prayer and manifestation and visualization to get it. Ever since I started doing that, one by one, just been checking shit off,
Thing,
checking shit off,
things
checking shit
different,
off.
right?
It works so much. So at that point, I was like, yo, this shit is really working for me. I want to spread this message because every album I have has a theme and has a message. So my first album, it's called Energy, and it's all about energy, right? It's all teaching everybody what energy is and how to utilize it properly and all that. So this album, I wanted to make it about manifestation, and Maniflex is really about doing everything you want to do, accomplishing it, and it coming off as a flex to
Right.
other people. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this dude's flexing. No, I'm actually just maniflexing. I'm actually just doing.
Yeah.
I'm actually just living my dreams and living my best life and accomplishing everything I want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else thinks it's braggadocious or you're flexing. I'm like, nah, I'm just living my life. So maniflex is actually a very positive term, and it's when people start hating that it could be a little haterish.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
as somebody who I believe in affirmations,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very spiritual, and I believe obviously you can't have negative thoughts, or else that's what
Right.
you're gonna
Well, you're
fucking
gonna
bring into the
manifest
world.
those
Yeah,
negative thoughts, right?
Right.
exactly, right. And so yeah, dude, I love it. I love that word maniflex, dude, because like as you said, flexing on the fact that you have that key. You know what I mean? Like I can make shit happen. I know I can just by fucking saying positive, fucking repeating it, and just keep on, fucking grinding and everything.
Yeah, it's a practice, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Right?
like you gotta do everything. Gratitude's a big one. You know what I'm saying? If you're grateful for everything you have, more of that will come. You know what I'm saying? If you're like so every day I say thank you for my health and my house and my car and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because these are things that if I didn't have, I would miss. And a lot of people take for granted. So just in general, gratitude's a big part, and then visualization is a big part because what that does is get you excited to receive it. So the more you picture something, the more your frequencies change to like, I can't wait. It's no longer like, oh, I want that, and it seems far. If you're visualizing it, it's like you're living it now, and that just raises everything up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of what's in my list and a lot of my goals and dreams have been accomplished, and I'm really excited to receive the rest of them. You know what I mean?
You know, we like to talk about putting things into the universe. Like when we're backstage talking about, you know, who's our next interview or who we're gonna what we want to do growing with the channel. We call it putting it into the universe, but it's basically, you know, the same thing. Is writing down those fucking things that you want, putting that shit into real life and making it like fucking happen. If and like you just said, if you visualize working to that goal, it doesn't seem like it's that fucking hard to get it once you're working towards it because it's something you want and you're gonna fucking get it no matter what. I think that's
So
that's
a big key to that, is don't worry about how and don't worry about the steps. Just worry about the outcome.
Just go.
The outcome. So as long as you focus on the outcome, everything else will fall into place. As long as you're looking at the outcome, you're not really thinking of the steps, because the steps really fall in place. It's the steps could be fucking anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I said I wanted to work with Insane Clown Posse, the steps. So like if I would have stopped there, I would have stopped there. But the fact that so much more came from it came from the fact that I never worried about how I got to that place. You know what I'm saying? Because if I worried about step by step, maybe I would have just got one song and that's it. But so much more came from that relationship. You know what I mean? And that's because I just knew it was gonna happen, and I stayed positive about the interaction. That so much more came from it. You know what I mean? So what I would say to y'all and everybody else is just focus on the outcome and don't worry about the steps in between, because that could be fucking a plethora of shit
Right.
that you would have no idea. You know what I mean?
See, I'm glad you said that because I know at one point in time, backstage when we were going through everything that you've done, we were just sitting there like, who the hell is this guy? God damn. Like you've done a lot, homie. You really have. And it's crazy. It really is. It shows like you know, it shows everything that you just said. Like you actually live by that, you know what I mean? Because yeah, so I don't want to move on too quickly from the album wise and start talking in, you know, about acting or anything yet, but we'll get to that for sure.
Now to your point, yeah, I've done a lot, and sometimes it hits me too. Like sometimes I'm like, what the fuck?
Right? Yeah,
Sometimes I'm
no,
like, yo, like I'm really doing this shit. Like for real. Like it hits me a lot. It really does.
so Zetro's
But
in
but
chat.
but what up, Zitro?
He
So
said, "I'm so relieved to finally hear the full version of How Can I Sleep. It's so fire, and it really is, man. King Gordy, fucking Zetro, fucking Tierre Diaz, like that's a hell of a collab. And there's a lot of names on that album, man. There's a lot of fucking good feature names on that album. And that was one of the things that we're like, God damn, like this motherfucker's
funniest
hustling.
funny shit about How Can I Sleep is I don't know why I'm like this. But I'm a big wrestling fan, and I'm a big I like surprising people positively, you know what I'm saying? So I knew King Gordy was on the record with me and Zitro, but Zitro didn't know King Gordy was on
Oh,
the record with me and Zitro for a long time. It
That's
wasn't
dope.
until I had him. It wasn't until I had him on my show when I was doing Twitch and all that you know I got like a bunch of I don't know bits or something. Like I had a bit goal or something, and they unlocked that I had to tell Zitro. But I wanted, I had that information for so long, and Zitro didn't, and he was like, "Really, bro?"
hell
I'm like,
yeah.
"I don't know. What I think it's dope. I want to surprise you." And there's a lot of shit like that. There's a lot of shit that I hold from like people close to me that I just want to see their reactions and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like the DMX thing. Like I knew DMX was on the album for a long time. I didn't say it. I wanted that
Right.
to be a surprise when the flyer dropped. You know what I mean? I never promoted it in any other capacity until that flyer dropped. You know what I mean? So I'm all about the theatrics, and everything's planned and everything's calculated and shit like that. But with Zitro, I could have told him. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I
Nah,
don't know why. But it's just the theatrics. I'm still like, I'm all about the big picture and shit like that.
that was
Because who
definitely
knows,
a
man?
good.
Because who knows? He could tell people, It's not like, oh, like he could tell like his friends and I wouldn't care, but like, I don't know, maybe their friend, maybe his friends would tell somebody and it'll leak. You know what I mean? I like surprises. You know what I mean? So if I can keep something close to my vest, I will.
Yeah, it adds a little element of freshness too, with like the fucking surprise dope ass features like this. Like what?
But no, that was a good fucking
Oh
goal,
fuck!
release too.
Shout outs to Natil.
Hell yeah.
What's up?
I know me and Onset are both doing the same thing right now, trying to get this shit off our neck because it's like really tight.
We're committed to the bit, damn it. We're committed to
Yeah,
the bit
yeah,
now.
yeah. Gotta keep going.
So what's the
So,
you told me briefly in the back. So what the hell is the Spider-Man shit about real quick?
all right. So, Juggalo Ohio is a 2-day event, right? The first night,
Okay.
I don't know why Ouija did it. I don't know why the fuck he said it, but he wanted people to dress up as Spider Man and get in the pit. And like,
That's
there's that
dope.
And
meme.
do the
There's that
meme, you know?
meme
They
where
want
we're
the
all
meme.
pointing at each
That's
other and
dope.
shit.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't even see
Yeah.
that. That's dope.
And so
That's gonna be
obviously,
it's gonna be epic. Whatever you got planned, that's gonna be epic. That's what's up.
yeah, we've seen so many people already got Spider-Man costumes, and everybody's like, it's gonna be a lot, and it's gonna be crazy. There's gonna be a lot of people wondering what the fuck is going on, whether it's a
That's
fucking
dope. I like
Spider-Man
that.
convention or a concert.
Just think about the mob of juggalos going to the Waffle House, still dressed as Spider-Man after the show. That's gonna be one of the main events too.
Yeah, hats off to that. That's the theatrics and the extra creativity that I fuck with. That's really cool. I can't wait to
Right.
see how that plays out.
And I honestly think it was just a random ass thing because he used the Spider-Man meme to promote something, and then like he was like, I want everybody
Ah.
dressed like this in the fucking pit.
I just keep thinking about what that family picture is gonna look like on night one
Exactly.
with the background full of
Spider
Spider-Mans. That's gonna
Random
look so dope.
Spider-Man's involved.
Exactly.
So
See,
going back to the album,
bigger picture. You know what I mean? He knows the bigger
oh yeah,
picture. He knows how dope that image is gonna look. That's gonna be dope.
right, and it's something like you could fill night one with and not have to, you know what I mean, really do too much. Like you don't, you know what I mean, because like say the second night is what gather, or no, the first night's gathered the elements where he's. I think we can only assume he's playing like only songs off of the Element albums that he put out, like Gutter Water and Crash
Right.
Fire, and then second night was what Prophet.
Yeah, profits. Yeah,
And
the profit paint.
yeah, all the later detritus stuff. But yeah, I think it's gonna be dope for sure. We'll go back to the album for a minute.
All right.
Not to make it too like I honestly asked Jay Herm if we should label this as a chapter because I knew we were gonna be just asking you a lot of fucking questions about album and your processes, and it was gonna become very interviewy very soon. I knew it was,
I'm
but
with it.
I wanted to look at all these features. Obviously, we had the Wave featuring DMX, rest in peace. DJ Clay. You had Royce 5'9", which that fucking Bad Meets Killa. That was a fucking dope ass track. You got the homie Aunt G, Insane Clown Posse, King Gordy and Zetro, which we already did. You got two people I didn't know was Romy Skyler, and then the SoFi Marone,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't. Obviously, I don't know. I didn't know who those were, but I mean, I can't really say there's any fucking track on here that I didn't like after hearing it.
Dope.
My favorite though is Yourself.
Wow.
I do. I know it's a really positive song, and it has like I don't know if it's just your flow in it because you know what I mean. It's like a very flowy song. I wish I knew terms. I wish I knew the proper terms to say and shit, dog. I don't really. You know, I mean, I have one song out with the homies that we've had on here. Other than that, like you know, obviously, like most people, I've dreamed about fucking being, you know, having an album out and shit like that, and having songs out, leaving something behind, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
and shit. But I never got too far into it. I don't know any of the terms proper, you know, any proper techniques or anything like that. But
No, Yourself is definitely one of my favorites as well. Hearing that, see, yeah, hearing that makes me feel good. I want to shoot a video to that. I think that might be
Oh
my
yeah,
next video. Yeah, I have a storyboard that I plan to do, and I'm gonna direct it and shoot it myself.
right.
Because it's called Yourself, and that's what I usually do with a lot of my videos. But yeah, Yourself, very positive. I'm glad you like it, man.
Oh no,
Glad you like it.
yeah. It was. I think it was the second one that because I went through and I hit. So at lunchtime, when I was at lunch at work, what I did was I hit play and I let it go through and play. Obviously I had the wave and then those songs, and then on the way home I just hit random and then it started playing some of the softer songs, if you will. And
Hmm.
I was like, holy shit, it's like a whole different vibe of the album.
Yeah.
And that, like, so that was the second one I hit favorite on. What was the first one? Let me look real quick. Oh, How Can I Sleep? Of course, yeah, it was the first one I hit. Fucking add to my daily, and then Shiny. Can't forget about that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely it's a ride. I'm taking you guys on a ride, and the proper way to do it is in order, but it's also one of those things where you can't put
Right?
one of those songs can't pop in on shuffle, and if it, I mean, it's I'm just trying to make it's gonna be something for everybody. I mean, there's rock on there, there's poppy shit on there, there's singing on there, there's R&B on there, there's wicked shit on there, and there's hip hop on there. You know what I mean?
Hell
It's
yeah,
everything.
right.
It's everything I love. You know what I mean?
I would definitely agree with that statement. With
Yeah.
it has a little bit of everything on that. I know, yeah, Ryan Lovejoy just said trending topics. How can I sleep? Michael Myers, Jordan Jackson, which is that track blew me away too, in the sense that when I first read it, man, I'm not gonna lie, like it took me a minute to read the title because I was still trying to piece it all together. What names, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Michael Myers, and
Yeah,
then like when I heard you actually say it in the song, I was like, it flowed so good together. Yeah, yeah, it was good.
that's a song that I've been performing on very, very special occasions. So I could probably name on one hand how many times I performed it. I performed it at my first gathering on the Clown Drip stage, 2021.
Oh yeah,
I performed it at Hollow Wicked, 2021, the Yum Yum Bedlam one.
yeah.
Mm.
I performed it again at Gathering 2023. Very rare. And I dress up. And the thing about it is I dress up in full Michael Myers Jordan Jackson gear. So I got the Michael Myers mask, the Michael Jackson wig and hat and the
Right.
glove, the Michael
Yeah.
Jordan jersey, and I bust the move. So one
Fuck
moment I'm
yeah.
doing the moonwalk, one music I'm dribbling, one beat I'm fucking slashing. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
Michael Myers
Yes.
Jordan Jackson has been a crowd favorite that people can finally get to fucking get to listen to. You know what I mean? But it's
on
been
repeat if they
it's
want.
been crazy. It's been crazy because it requires a whole costume change. You know what I mean? Hollow Wicked 2021, I had to come out as Michael Myers Jordan Jackson as my opener because I had to change out of the outfit. I couldn't
Yeah,
just
right.
leave stage like I usually would. Usually, maybe I give my hype man a song or like a skit happens when I'm off stage and I change and shit like that. Or DJ Clay was cutting during 2023. I gave him like a DJ break, went off stage, hopped in the gimmick. But yeah, Michael Myers, Jordan Jackson, I'm gonna run with that for a while. And my big idea for that is a short film.
Hey,
I want to do a short film starring Michael Myers, Jordan Jackson with the music video. I have a lot of big plans. Just because the album's out, don't mean it stops. You know what I mean? This Manaflex thing is gonna get bigger and better. Starting with the Yourself music video, and then once everything starts rolling, the Michael Myers, Jordan Jackson merch, the Michael Myers, Jordan Jackson short film. It's a lot more to accomplish with this album, man.
so you had 3 videos out even before the release too. Like you already have that before the release you already have more video or have the same amount of videos out that most people put out for the entire album. And you're already talking
Mm.
about more videos too, which is dope as fuck, man. So like,
More more videos, and I got visualizers because I've got a lot of making of. So one of the videos I dropped was the making of Shiny. I have a lot of footage like that, in the
right?
studio actually making the song. So with that, depending on how much footage I have, sometimes there'll be full, maybe it'll be a behind the scenes like you did Shiny, or sometimes it'll be a straight up lyric visualizer. You know what I'm saying? So I got one for the Wave where it's me and DJ Clay in the studio, and then it'll show us making the song with the lyrics in the bottom. So there's going to be a lot of visuals to it, you know what I mean? Because visualization is a big part of manifestation, you know what I mean? It's all
Hey.
connected.
Dropping bombs over here.
You know what I mean?
So I know you say you were sitting on this music for a while, but how long did it take you to put the actual album together? Do you have like an actual time frame for it?
I want to say I started writing right after Energy dropped in 2019. I started writing, and then I maybe started recording 2020, 2021. And then it maybe probably was wrapped up in 2022, because 2022 was the actual official rollout. I was going to drop the album in 2022. So if you notice, there's a video for Blood on the Hood and there's a video for Prime, which are both on the album. Those
Right.
videos came out, I think, in 2022, you know what I'm saying, or 2023 or something like that. I was rolling that out as myself, as an independent artist, under Elite Energy Entertainment, which is my label, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't until that rollout was happening, which I got two interest from two labels, and one of them being AR, you know what I'm saying? So I had a decision to make. I was like, because I wasn't really happy with the Energy rollout, you know what I'm saying? So I dropped Energy myself, and I made a lot of mistakes in doing so. So I didn't want to but I learned from those mistakes. But I was also had some PTSD about it, you know what I mean? So I was kind of wary about it, but I was ready to drop Maniflex at the time by myself. But when the label started showing interest, that's when I was like, all right, I can try something for the first time in my career. Let me see what happens if I have a little bit of help and a little bit of insight, you know what I'm saying, with people that know the business a little bit more. And that's kind of how it got put back on hold, because we kind of had to readjust it and shit like that. But the album was ready to go years ago.
Hell yeah. So one of the songs, like Last Breath, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is something Jay Hearn brought up backstage. He was like, how dope it was. Last Breath is the last song on the track, and then like the last thing you say, I do believe it's last breath or something like just breath maybe. And it's like, or you use the last breath to say, yeah. I fucked it up already, but I'm sure you know what I'm trying to say there. But yeah, I thought that was a dope, definitely a good placement for that song.
There's been so the last song on Energy is the song called I'll Be Back, and the song ends with Don't Worry, I'll Be. And then the last song on this album, Maniflex, is Last Breath, When I Take My Last. So
yeah, that's
might be a little theme there that will connect
right.
in the future.
We're starting. We kind of count onto that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely there. Hell yeah. What song on this?
I love that song very much. Yeah, Last Breath. Whenever that song comes on, come on, man. It's just very, very deep, man. And I hope motherfuckers cry listening to that. You know what I mean? Some motherfuckers out there like listen to the lyrics and be like, damn.
That's funny that you say that, because one of the questions that we did have here was, what was one of the songs that gives you the most feels, or one that you think the listeners will get the most of? And it's funny that you said it.
It's tough, man, because I made almost every song for that occasion. It's just different occasions. So Last Breath, I want people to be inspired to be like, and hear the lyrics and like, yeah, I have to make some changes and fucking live my life to the fullest, fucking call my, have a better relationship with my family. Maybe I, not have regrets, you know what I'm saying? And then what's next for me, I want people to hear that last verse and get fucking hype and excited and yourself. I want people to fucking walk around bopping to that shit, feeling yourself. Same thing with Shiny. I want people to start bumping that shit in summertime with the windows down and just beaming. You know what I'm saying? In time, I want, you know what I'm saying? I want time to, give a little relief to some people. Like, hey, it may, my dreams may not have, come to fruition yet, but in these lyrics, he's saying there's time. You know what I'm saying? And look what he's doing. He's giving me cause to believe that, yeah, it's not too late to accomplish some shit. You know what I mean? I want something. Every song has something like that. Every song, and every song should have in the rap formations. I just want people to play that song every day just to lift their
Right.
energy level and feel good. Yeah. Every song has that. Yeah.
I like that song too because it is affirmations in rap form, and if you can learn that whole song and sing along with it every day too, right?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna benefit from those affirmations as well.
And if it's just the hook that you learn, I want you to learn the whole verse, and what I'm
But
saying, and get that cooked in your head. But I made the hook so catchy so you can get some money flowing your way without even knowing
hey,
it. You know what I'm saying? Because money is very obtainable, man. A lot of people have a very negative mindset about money and don't think it's as abundant as it is. There's a lot of money out there in the world, and it will flow to you if you're just ready to receive it. So if you listen to So It Is Rap Formations, get that hook stuck in your head, you'll be surprised how many dollars come your way. I'm telling you right now.
there you go. There's the secret right there. We just unlocked it for y'all. There's your funding for the gathering right there.
Telling you, yeah, man. It's a lot of negative talk, man, and people think it's hard to obtain, or people like, yeah, I'm a scrub, I'm broke, I'm this, I'm that. If you keep thinking that, if you keep saying that, you will remain
like
that.
that.
You will
Yeah.
remain that way. So if you listen to, even so that subconsciously, even if you don't like take what I'm saying right here, if you subconsciously sing the words to fantastic, if that shit gets stuck in your head, they ask me how I'm doing, say fantastic. You are you are affirming, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about, man. Just lifting up, letting everybody beam together, man.
So I've done said my favorite song on the album. What's yours on, Stead?
What's the one with ICP? Will you bring the track list back up real quick?
We can take a look at it once more.
It's called Trending Topics.
That's it. Trending topics. That's it.
Man.
I've had that one and Michael Jackson Jordan or Michael Myers. I fuck it up too. Look at that.
Yeah, people do. Yeah, people fuck that up. It's fine. It's fine. I think it's funny.
I like that one because, like you said, like I can see the fucking short film. Like I can see it in my head. Like, and it's got a funny ass vibe, but like at the same time, it's like serious. I fuck with it. I can see the story in my fucking head, like right now.
And it leads up with the interlude, you know what I mean? Get you in that mode, you know what I mean? Gets you in that movie mode right away. Because once the interlude goes on with the 911 skit, you're in the mode of
exactly right.
And even that, you gotta understand, the interlude plays out so serious. But if you listen to what she's saying, it's funny. You know what I mean? Like, yes, he's moonwalking. He's moonwalking towards me. You know what I mean? So, but they're playing it so real. They're not acting goofy. You know what I mean? So that's
Jordan 3s on. How's he doing that?
Exactly, man. Exactly.
So,
see it in my head.
For trending topics, Juggalo with a GoPro said Shaggy screaming on that track goes hard as fuck. And it does.
Yeah, some old school fucking ICP shit right there, man.
Yeah.
The fuck, he's on the hook, the intro, the fucking interlude. Oh man, Shaggy understood the assignment and knocked it out the fucking park, man. He gave us that fucking terror wheel shit, that riddle box shit, man. And yeah, I just want Juggalos to fuck with. Really hope Juggalos fuck with that, man, because I love it as an old school fan, as an old school Juggalo, bro. I love that song. I'm so happy with it, man. I'm so excited. It's out in the fucking world now.
So, you want to take the transition into the Shaggy Show conversation on instead?
Sure. I that's funny. That one's right here. So you're the editor for the Shaggy Show. How does that work in with one half of the clowns every single week? Like, I know that's got to be entertaining. At the very least, it's got to be fucking balls to the wall over there.
It's super fun because I'm a dog. I'm a big. I've been watching Shaggy Show since it was downloadable and it's fucking on a QuickTime little tape on the
Yeah,
internet. You know what I mean? That's how
right.
long I've been watching. I remember making a fucking ninja mask out of my t-shirt because of Shaggy. You know what I mean? Your main doodoo stain, Shaggy Tudo. I remember all that shit. And so as a fan, and if you ask my partner, my girlfriend Heather, she would say that I mentioned that in like one of our first conversations about it. I like brought it up. So like I'm a big Shaggy Show fan first and foremost, right? So the fact that it came back and it was going on a little bit and it just made sense for me to get involved. So how is it working with them? It's dope. It gets me what I do is it really gets me motivated to go on a treadmill because before I was doing a lot of editing on the couch and that's a lot of sitting and so what I do now is when it's time to edit, hop on the treadmill. You know what I'm saying?
Put your
And,
laptop right there and just fucking get
yep.
it while you walk. Hell yeah,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. So it turns out to not only be such a
Ryan
dope thing
Goggins
now,
shit.
yeah, it's not just a fucking dope thing that I get to do for my cat. It's now it's contributing, you know what I mean, to my lifestyle and shit. But other than that, love dog. Joey is sorry, Shaggy Two Dope is so supportive. And as you can see, he constantly shows love. If he even sees my name in the chat, he's just gonna go on a fucking 30-second rant about, you know, I mean, he always has so many kind words. I think he appreciates my grind and my consistency because that's what he wants. You know what I mean? He's consistent. He wants to do the Shaggy Show. He takes it very seriously. You know what I mean? He takes it very
Hell yeah.
seriously. And I think I'm a good fit because everything I do, I take seriously as well. I never missed a date, never missed it. And sometimes when I have a tour to do or I have a big busy schedule, I make sure I'm a couple episodes ahead so I can do my thing for a little bit. You know what I mean? But yeah, watching the episodes every week, that I was doing that regardless. I was doing that anyways. So now that I watch it and now I get to kind of edit it in real time, like, oh yeah, that's not gonna make it. That's gonna make it. You know what I mean? And always try to surprise them too, because a lot of the intros you see I do and I don't tell them I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they come up with a segment and I'm like, oh, that'd be dope to have an intro. And then I just bam it on them and it flips their wig back. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. So obviously, it should come as no surprise with the title of our show, the Thuggalo Show. That obviously Juggalo Show and the Shaggy Show was obviously a big fucking influence for us, and even the formatting of like the Juggalo Show of just like chilling. You know what I mean? Just chilling, just fucking talking, drinking, smoking, whatever the fuck you want to do. You know what I mean? That's what we wanted to accomplish. You know, when we came together, it was Gathering of 22. We were set to do a podcast event under a different name, and then the two dudes that were responsible for that podcast flaked out on us. So we're sitting here with just the two of us. We're like, you know what? Let's just do it anyways. And we're like, but we ain't got none. We ain't got no camera. We ain't got none. And then we're like, let's go ask Jay Herm. He was always, tech savvy. He has some stuff, he got to have a camera and shit, and he did. So we sat down that day. We did that podcast event with just the two of us. We left there that day, and everybody was like, "You guys should just do your own show. You just do your own show. You're muted, homie."
And then we manifested our own shit and then
Exactly.
put that shit in the universe. And now, boom, here we are.
We started out with nothing but an image. We went to Hollowicked that year with nothing but an image from the homie fucking Dak Diesel Art Creations, and we had a sticker. That's what we had. That's what we started out at. Like kind of like how the clowns would often be like, "Hey, we got our flyer game on." We went and got our sticker game on that fucking Hollowicked and promoted Thuggalo Show, and then it was obviously here we are now.
That's what's up, man.
But yeah, we I mean, obviously the name is homage to Thuggalo and Juggalo in the Shaggy Show.
Dope. Peace
Oh,
out, troops. Thanks for listening to the album, everybody. Juggalo with a GoPro.
yeah.
Ryan Lovejoy, Natil, everybody in the chat right now. I see you. Much love.
So we believe you were on the song Insomnia, right? The last Joker's card.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. You are the pimp in the Walking Home series too, right?
yeah.
Can you spill some sauce on that? Like, are you on the new EP being released at the Gathering, or the Six Joker's card, or anything like that?
Well, I
Yeah,
can't.
any style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can't
you
say
can't
That's a
talk about
anything.
hot
that.
question. Look at that.
Look,
Well,
Jay
like,
Hearn stuck that shit in, bro. Like I had to ask it. He wanted me
He
well,
to.
here's the thing. Well, here's the
Look,
thing. I just ran on a thing about how I didn't tell. I was had Zitro. He was on a like.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
if I don't tell him shit
What
like
what
that,
if
I can't
he
tell.
set a Bitcoin goal?
Sure, bring him my way.
a Bitcoin goal.
Yeah.
Hell
No,
yeah.
that stuff I would never. Nah,
Yeah, no,
I
that's
would never speak
respectable.
about because it's all about the surprise, man. It's
The
Yeah.
all about the
theatrics, like you
theatrics.
said
Yeah,
earlier.
man. It's all about it. I could never speak on it.
No,
Uh,
we kind of
But
have the same thing going on with ourselves too, where I mean, we often be sitting there talking with the homies, after a concert, not on camera, nothing like that. What we talk about in that hotel room, we don't really fucking. If they spill some sauce to us that they're excited about the new album, they play something for us. We never
yeah.
talk about it outside our
That
group and
happens a
shit,
lot. That happens a
right?
lot, and more than you think. And it's cool. And a lot of artists play unreleased
But it
music
is
for other artists. You know what I
disrespectful.
mean?
Yeah, it is disrespectful to go behind their backs and shit and do that shit though, because like you said, man, like how long you worked on this album, right? And if somebody did leak it, like, dude, that would probably been devastating to you. And
Oh, right.
yeah,
Yeah.
right, like, yeah. So that is, obviously just kind of like the most respectful thing you can do, and just
Yeah,
obviously it was more of a joke question from us.
yeah, I can name like on one hand, I can list on one hand how many people heard the album beforehand. And
Right.
even for so Underground Hip Hop Blog reviewed it and they needed the album a little bit in advance. Even that was like pulling teeth. But I did it because it
Yeah.
was for the greater good. But I did it like a day before. I was like, here you go.
Yeah, there
Shit
you
like
go.
that. And then, spoiler alert, I got some some shit coming for trending topics, and the artist needed the song. They didn't need the song. They didn't ask for the song, but I wanted them to have the song, so they can get some inspiration. So yeah,
What
so I
what
had
we
a
will be doing for sure is maybe not next week because we do have Juggle Ohio next week, but the week
Mhm.
after when we do our stream, we like to do what we call 1 week later, or in this case will be 2 weeks later, where we go back and we like give our opinions on that album after we got to listen to it for a week or so. Because a
That's
lot of
super
times
saiyan.
they do get dropped on Fridays, the day of our shows and shit. We get
right.
like 6 hours to listen to it, which isn't always enough. I mean, like it was adequate enough for us, to be hey, this is our favorite song. Hey, how'd you get this dude on that track? Like, are you for real with DMX? Like, what? I mean, it was definitely adequate enough, but I can't wait to get to listen to it, this upcoming week.
Yeah, the best vibe, is just on a road trip with your homies, man, just having a bump and seeing what songs resonate. There's nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing better than just on a road trip going to Juggalo, Ohio and bumping man flex in the back and seeing what songs you guys catch yourself singing in the car and shit like that. That's gonna be a good tell.
Hell yeah. So I'm gonna take the next transaction or transition, not transaction. I'm gonna take a transaction, but not right now. The next transition is obviously talking about some movies because do you got that list J Herm of his IBM list? Yeah, you ain't got it. And you were in some titles there, right?
Yeah, man.
Like
It's
including Dexter, right? New
yeah.
Blood, the new series of it.
Yeah,
Which
that's my shit.
honestly, so my baby mama when we were together, she watched the first series of Dexter. I kind of uh kind of half watched it. You know what I mean? But the New Blood I did fully watch, bro.
Oh.
And like I didn't remember you until I seen this picture right here. And then I was like, wait a minute. I might go back and watch it now, but we have to ask, man. Who? This is one of these questions, a random ass question. Who out of the two gives you more of the eerie feeling of being around? Juggalos or Michael?
Well, so the thing about this picture right here is that so I was on Dexter from like maybe April to August. So
Okay.
I was damn near on the entire shoot. All right. There was probably a couple weeks in the middle where I had some time off. And I was on set and I was in scenes with Michael and shit like that. And there was very little interaction with us because we're in scenes, you know what I'm saying? Because he don't
Right.
really come out till it's time to shoot. And it's kind of unprofessional to even though when I see him interacting, it's always a positive interaction. But when he's in Dexter mode, he's in Dexter mode. So
Oh
there
yeah.
wasn't a lot of interaction with them. So that picture you just shown was on the last day of filming, period. For a lot of people, maybe he had a couple more days after that. But that's when that was my last scene. That was my last day. That was my last scene. It was a lot of people's last day. And I just took the time. I was like, hey man, before I'm out of here, I just wanted to, and I kind of just expressed to him what the show meant, that it's back, because I am a Dexter fan for real.
Oh yeah.
I love that show. I remember there was a Dexter poster on my wall when I got the call that when I got the news that I'm going to be on the show. So that's how big that show was for me. So I kind of just took the time to tell him how much this meant to me. And he was just so nice and so genuine and so receptive to that news. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't have been nicer. Every little interaction we had beforehand was cool and nice and short and sweet. But that one was when I realized that he was just a genuine dude, and I could have came up to him at any point prior. You know what I mean? It wasn't a big deal, but I just had to, take that opportunity when I had it, because he was in between scenes and shit like that, and I was on my way out. And it was really good moment. I still have my wrestling mouth guard. That's that's my one regret. I wish I would have took my fucking wrestling mouth guard out. And I was still in my singlet and all that shit. But I remember just on the way back to Holden, I was just like in tears, just like so happy. You know what I'm saying? Just so happy I had that moment with and it was such a genuine moment, man.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, to answer your question, no creepy vibes, man. He's just
Right.
he was all beaming.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this list right here. It says 53 credits for actor. You got 53 credits, 4 credits for writer. So what did you write?
I think if you go to writer, I think those are
Yeah.
the music videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Same thing with director. Yeah, those are the music videos. Yep.
Nice. I don't really look at IBM too much, to be honest with you.
If you go to upcoming real quick.
I think that's all you have.
This is some breaking news real quick. So upcoming, Poker Face right there. You guys know that show? Okay. that show is like on Peacock right there. Boom.
Okay.
Latasha Leone. I'm on one episode of that. That's coming out very soon, man. I'm very excited. That's gonna be dope.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my next big thing coming out.
Are you a reoccurring role then for that with that?
So Poker Face it's a different. Okay, so how do I explain Poker Face? So there's a different cast every show. So the show follows one person. The show follows her, just Natasha, and she like travels across the country. So each episode she's in a different state, different place, because she's on the run, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
So I'm in one episode and I'm in one story. You know what I mean? So that's dope.
Woody Woo with the open-hearted juggalos, man. He said he loves Poker Face. It's
Hell
fire.
yeah, I agree. I didn't start watching till I was booked on the show, and I like it. I mean, I think it's really cool because I'm a big Twilight Zone fan. That's my favorite show of all time, and it's not like that, but it's like that in the sense that each shit is different. Each you have a new cast, you have a new special guest every episode.
That is dope premise. For real.
Yeah.
I might have to check that one out. I don't get to watch a lot of movies. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not like I'm a music person. You know, I mean, I listen to
Right.
music more than I watch movies and shit. I will say, like, I do have, like, I always like to say, like, I'm not autistic, but I have an autistic fucking trait, and that trait is I rewatch the same thing over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
I
So,
think I'm with you.
yeah, like I watch South Park and Bob's Burgers like fucking 24/7 almost, and then occasionally I'll break and watch other shit too.
I think
And
I'm
but
with you. My girl thinks I'm on the spectrum because I'm so honest and blatant,
yeah,
all the
right,
time. And I didn't know that was a trait, but if that's a trait, then yeah, I'm the same shit.
yeah,
I'm all
yeah, right,
about American Dad every night. That's my shit.
oh yeah, right.
And
You
then
got
I
comfort shows,
watch The
right?
Office a billion times, and
Yep.
yeah, I always rewatch shows more than I watch new shows.
Exactly, right.
So I might have to
Office.
get a test, motherfucker. Damn.
Yeah, right. I feel you. I'm right there with you, dog.
Shit.
Mine was I watched The Office a bunch, like over and
Mhm.
over and over. Parks and Rec was another one. As soon
Oh
as I
yeah.
figured out that was as funny as it was, I watched that over and over. And then Family Guy and American Dad are like the two I fall asleep
Fuck
to
yeah.
every single night.
Yeah, American Dad is
You're
my
right.
comfort show. Like that just makes that just makes me feel fine. That's my comfort show.
Hell yeah.
And do you watch
It's right.
the what's it called? The what do you call it? It's on Peacock. The uncut episodes of The Office.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
the extended cuts or whatever it is.
You watch
Yeah.
those?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's dope because it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you're watching it like for the first time again because there's all these new scenes and they're so far like they take so long to come out. So it's like you're watching it back in real time again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if whoever watched The Office and then I watch the shits on Peacock, the extended boys, watch those.
Hell yeah.
Workaholics is a good one too.
Right, yeah,
I've watched
Workaholics.
that plenty of times. Yeah, that's definitely a good one.
And fucking Trailer Park Boys. That's one of the ones that I broke away and then like literally binged it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Here's a good one for Jay Herm. Shout out to Man in
Yeah.
Black. He says Jay Herm's old and would like to know how it felt. How Jay Herm is old and would like to know: did you get to hang with any of the peeps from the original Upright Citizens Brigade? Damn, I had a
Wait,
hard time
Okay.
reading that.
I didn't know if I was not old enough then because I had to. I remember hearing Upright Citizens Brigade, right? I remember hearing the name, whatever. I didn't remember what it was, so I had to Google it, and
That was the
then
sketch
I found
comedy,
out.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Improv comedy in New York
Improv.
and
That's what
everything.
I was
Yeah,
looking for. Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned Parks and Rec.
right.
Amy Poehler is
Goat.
my Amy Poehler. Hold on.
Go.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I usually don't do interviews here, but Amy Poehler,
Yeah. Hey.
okay, is my biggest inspiration. She is my favorite actor. She is my acting inspiration. Her and Jim Carrey. Okay, so she is my goat. She is my influence. She is my thing. So I trained at the Upright Citizen Brigade Theater. That was another goal of mine. All right, because I love improv comedy. I love comedy in general, but I fell in love with improv comedy due to her and a lot of to do with Comedy Bang Bang. All right. So when I had that goal of accomplishing improv comedy, I could have trained here in Boston, but I visioned right past it into because I didn't want to settle. If I'm gonna do it, I want to do it at the grand stage. And
Hell
I
yeah.
think UCB is the top of the top. People think, there's Groundlings, right? In the Second City. There's all these legendary theaters in Chicago and LA and shit like that. But I'm a UCB guy, and that's a lot to do with Amy Poehler. So I trained there. There's a lot of dope opportunities. I remember sleeping in my car, taking improv classes, staying out in New York for months at a time, weeks at a time, and then driving back and forth every week to take improv classes, really just accomplishing this goal and honing my craft of, being good at improv comedy. And in that time, a lot of great opportunities, whether it be commercials, whether it be auditions, whether it be performing with Wayne Brady. I performed with Wayne Brady and shit like that. A lot of dope shit came out of that experience. And I did get to meet Amy Poehler. That was like the top of my top of list of things I wanted to accomplish. Like
Oh, yeah.
I'm over the I remember floating away from that interaction, just was ready to just, I don't know. Like I was at peace with the world at the time. She means the world to me. She means so much to me, and I'm so inspired by her. So yes, I met Matt Walsh. I don't think I met Matt Besser. I never met Ann Roberts, and I met Amy Poehler. She signed my shirt, and
Hey.
I worked with Matt Walsh on Ghostbusters, the female Ghostbusters, but I was just extra at that time. So yeah,
So,
I did not fangirl her, Charlie.
I was that's what I was
yeah.
asking.
No, I'm not a fangirl. I'm very respectful, and I'm very respectful with everyone's time. Because here's the thing, I could have met her multiple times, you know what I'm saying, but I chose the right time to do it, you know what I mean, because
Yeah.
the other times didn't feel right. I also met like Bobby Moynihan and so many dope people from UCB. UCB is a powerhouse of comedy. A lot of the greatest people, writers. You say Parks and Rec, so many of the writers and performers are from UCB. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Woody Woo said, "Just want to say it's inspirational as fuck seeing a juggalo succeed on the big stream like Tierra has. It's mad wicked clown love and respect to you, Diaz." And with that, I gotta ask, man, do you have your Screen Actors Guild card?
Hell yeah, I do. Yeah, I've been.
Hey,
I wish I had it on me. Wish I had it on me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'm SAG. I'm SAG after. I joined to do the Dexter job. So I had to
okay,
join SAG. I had to join SAG to do that job because there was so many days, and I was non-union for a long time. So I was a non-union actor for longer than I should have been, but I was kind of killing it on that circuit because a lot of commercials are non-union, and when you're non-union, you get to like do a lot of short films and student films to build up your reel. You know what I mean? Because it's all
yeah,
about, you know, when you submit for auditions, they ask you two things for your resume, well, your headshot, resume, and reel. So I wanted to build up my resume. So I was working so long as a non-union actor, and I wanted to join at the right time. And when that Dexter job came, that's when I joined. I paid my dues, joined national. So I'm now a not a worldwide, but a countrywide SAG after actor.
Did you get your card right before that strike that was going on happened, or did you get it afterwards?
Oh no, I got it. I got it before. I worked. I think that was. I think the strike happened in 2023.
Yeah, I believe
But
so.
so yeah, I joined in 2021. So I was SAG for 2 years at that point. Yeah.
Did that have any like effect on you? Did that like fucking put a damper on a lot of your shit while you were out there working?
Here's the thing. It would have. It would have been devastating.
Mhm.
I would have been heartbroken. But I was on tour with Shaggy Two Dope at the time.
So
So
yeah,
the universe lined up so great that I wasn't missing any acting jobs because I'm on tour with Shaggy Two Dope. If I was at home and not on tour, I would have been broken like a lot of other working actors are. You know what I'm saying? I would have been broke and no revenue and really in the pits. But since I was on tour with Shaggy, I wasn't missing any work. And by the time I got off tour, the strike was there was like some type of you know, I guess permissions for some projects to work during the strike. And that's when I got back home. I started working in those areas. You know what I mean? So the strike, and I got the strike out in LA while on tour. You know, I got the picket in LA while out there. So that was really cool, man. So the strike was definitely crazy, man. Definitely. But the timing for me personally was just otherworldly. Like I
you
couldn't have timed it better.
you
You
know
know what I
what
mean?
that sounds like to me? We got a saying around here: the carnival provides, and the motherfucking
Oh yeah.
carnival provided right there is what
That's
right.
it.
is how
And
that
it's
happened, man.
I have nothing but faith, and I have nothing but, you know, just good positive energy around me and blessings and guides guiding me. You know what I'm saying? Like all my ancestors and all my spirits, all the angels watching me, guiding me to the right spot because my heart, you know what I'm saying? I approach everything with positivity, you know what I mean? And have a good look on everything. So I'm already over the moon about the Shaggy Two Dope tour. Nothing could have swayed me from any negative feelings. So the fact that the SAG strike happened just so happened to be during the best possible time it could have happened. You know what I mean?
Right. So this one in particular for me too is a big one because I am a big Happy Madison fan, and you worked on Happy Gilmore too. What did you get to hang? Like, obviously, you would got to hang with some of the Happy Madison crew and shit. How was that for you?
So I only met Adam Sandler,
Okay.
and I did not shoot. So I got booked as a cop in a 2004 flashback scene. So when everybody watches Happy Gilmore 2 when it comes out, you'll see there's gonna be some flashback scenes. All right. So here's your
Oh,
proof. Here's the proof that I was on set because I'm not gonna be on camera. I did not work, but I was booked and I was out in New Jersey for about 3 days. And it just so it happens in the industry where scenes get cut or shit like that happens constantly, right? So it just so happened that my scene got cut, but I was on set for about 3 days, and it was beautiful. It was on a golf course. I got to see a lot of the plot and shit like that, and I got to meet Adam Sandler. So it was a very positive experience in general, even though I won't be on screen.
oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Like Happy Madison, I know Onstead's probably right there with me. Where that's some of the comedy movies,
The
like
childhood movies,
Grandma's
you know.
Boy. Dude, Grandma's Boy is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Grandma's Boy.
I saw
In
I saw the cockeyed dude from afar, but that's about
Yeah,
it.
right. Okay. I don't know that dude's name either. I ain't gonna lie. That's awesome though. We did hit the hour mark, so we got probably about 3 or 4 more questions left for you, man, and we'll let you go and
Got you.
enjoy the rest of your night and all that. Um, so one of the random questions we like to ask around here, and Charlie wanted us, Big Nips wanted us to ask you this question, and I'll let Onstead do the honors because he's the one that thought of this question, and it's weird as fuck.
All right, so like, it's a common question around here now. Like, if you could have one liquid come out of your finger at one, like, Scary Movie. You remember in Scary Movie where the aliens pop up and they piss out their finger? If you could have
Mhm.
one thing readily available just at your finger, what would yours be? We've gotten
I'm a wa-
Fago.
I'm a watermark. I'm a watermark. Just keep me hydrated. I'll be all right.
Pure
Hey,
quality.
Sorry for the
H2O.
sorry. Yeah, sorry for the boring answer, but that's my shit. I'm a watermark, dog. I'm always drinking water.
Hey, that's good. Your
That's
kidneys thank
it.
you.
That's it, man. Or if I want to spice it up a little bit, maybe lemon water. That's
there
my
you go.
favorite water
Right,
right there.
the flavor
Let me spice it up a little bit. Let me get some lemon water in my shit. Yeah, I
water.
like
Get
that.
some water with some lemon.
That's it.
That's all.
So we got one more question from Jay Herm. He wants to know AEW or WWE.
I was just watching SmackDown while during this interview. It's WWE and it's not even
Right.
close. AEW. I was big on AEW for the first couple years. I did not miss a show. I was a big fan. I was a big supporter. I love what they were doing. At some point, I feel like they dropped the ball, and there wasn't a lot of. I'm just not into what they're doing right now, and I hope they can get back on track. But I was a big AEW supporter, but mainly it's Mania season, so WWE is going to be on their shit right now, right, with the stories and everything and the crowds. So I'm really tuned in. I'll be at WrestleMania this year. I was at WrestleMania last year. I'm gonna meet Stone Cold for the first time in my life.
Hey,
And if you know anything about me and my live
What?
show, you know how
we
big that
got.
is.
We
You
actually
know what I'm
have a
saying?
video. We actually have a video on 316 when you sang your song Stone Cold and you hit a fucking amazing Stone Cold stunner. Uh, was that your first time doing it, or did that take some practice?
Oh man, come on, man. That's a rookie
Uh,
question. That's a rookie
yeah, right.
question
It
because
is
I've been stunnering motherfuckers for
since day one.
years. For years. Stone Cold
Right.
was on my album Energy, and even before the album came out, that was one of those. That was kind of like a Michael Myers Jordan Jackson where you only heard it live, right?
Okay.
But nah, man, I stunner people. I stunner people when the show calls for it. Usually Juggalo people, like Juggalo crowds. Usually Juggalo crowds are really receptive to that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't stunner nobody when opening up for Redman and Method Man, right? But I will stunner somebody at Juggalo Weekend or fucking the Hollow Wicked or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But no,
When it's
Stone
called
Cold,
for.
I got a whole music video called Stone Cold. I do a million
Yeah.
stunners. But to your credit, that was one of my better stunners. I will say that that was my hometown Juggalo Weekend live on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Really had to fucking put my feet out there. I was one of my best ones.
Do we have that video, Herb? Here it is.
There we go.
I wish a motherfucker would. What? I wish. What? I wish. What? I wish. Hell yeah. Hold up. Man, handle him real quick.
The launch. The launch.
Then
The
the pin.
And then JCW champion Willie Mack and one half of the Backseat Boys counted the 1, 2, 3. Can't beat that.
He wants.
And that's usually my closer. You know what I mean? I usually end with the stunner, but for Juggalo Weekend, that was my third song, and it really surprised a lot of people because people who see me before knows I usually close with that, right? That's usually my closer. But the fact that it came on so early, I'm sure that flipped some wig back in the crowd.
Jay also wanted to know how about the spike spot last week with the Ambrose.
I seen it. I mean, I'm good.
Yeah.
Fine, like good for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it got good for them on the sense that it definitely will probably get some like viral, newsworthy buzz in the social media realm. So maybe it'll get some more eyes back on them because I'm all about deathmatch wrestling if the story makes sense. I'm a big story guy. If people, and I'm sure him and I think it was Cope going on. I don't know. Maybe it was Cope, maybe not. I'm not sure who actually suplexed them into the bat. I did see the spot, but I'm sure their story's fine. But from what I seen, I'm not really sold on it. I'm not really sold on the Moxie storyline in general right now with the Death Riders. So so I don't know. Good for that spot. Good for AEW. I don't know. Hopefully I can tune back because I want to be a fan of the product. I'm just not right now.
Yeah, I know. Me and Onstead are the same way. Where we were big in wrestling during the Attitude Era. We thought we fell off, obviously, and then it was until JCW started coming back around here recently that obviously, just being involved in talking to people who do love JCW and fucking wrestling in general, obviously, has brought kind of a spark back to us too. We might not be into it like Jay Herm is, where he'd be watching it, all the time and everything. But
I'm at work
I
and it's
love it.
always fucking on, bro.
You're right,
I can't watch shit. I gotta catch the replay of the shit.
right.
Yeah,
I
there's
love seeing it
wrestling
live,
like
man.
5 days of the week at this point.
Oh,
There's so much
Jesus.
wrestling right now. Like, geez.
Yeah, I love seeing it live. I will say that, I mean, it is great seeing it like, as a opening for a big show, you know what I mean? Or at the
Yeah.
gathering where they fucking put the whole fucking stage and do the crazy cage matches and shit.
Oh yeah, I think it was 2023. I was like one of the cameraman for JCW.
Okay, hell yeah.
That was pretty fun. Yeah, Violent J asked me to do that. That was
I
dope.
know my first gathering, I think that's when they did the electrified cage match and shit. And
Yeah, I was there.
what? Yeah,
Yeah, that was me. That was that year. And who was it? Motor City Machine Guns. I got to see them and the Brothers of Funstruction and shit like
yeah,
that.
right.
That's all in my documentary. If you haven't checked out, I got two
Oh,
gathering documentaries. I got my 2021 gathering documentary, which was my first year, and then I got the 2023 gathering documentary, which was the outer space one. So they're
yeah,
full length on YouTube right now. Go check them out. There's a lot of dope shit in there.
fuck yeah. I think we will let you go, man, and we just want to thank you for fucking joining us, and it's been so dope fucking getting to chatted up with you, man.
J-Herm said he's got one.
Oh, there we
Oh
go.
shit,
Merch.
you got the merch.
Yeah, yeah. Let me plug this, man.
Yeah,
Man, well,
plug
Manaflex.
it all.
First off, thank you everybody who listened to the album Manaflex. But this is the next step. The bundles, you can put them back up.
Yeah, there you go.
So the bundles, man, they're gonna be available for a limited time. All right, so they're not gonna be available, so far past the release. But the CDs will be. And as we just got finished talking about, I put a lot of detail and I put a lot of love and really special shit into everything I do. I did the same thing with the physical version of the CD. All right. So if you like dope shit, if you like, really shit that you can really read and grasp on, I urge you, I encourage you to go get the physical copy of Manaflex, because if you like the album, streaming it, you're gonna love the CD, and of course all the swag, the jerseys,
That
the
jersey hard
shirts,
as fuck.
the signed posters. Yeah, we all collectors, we all juggalos, man. We all like some dope shit, and I make sure I got the best dope shit for you guys. But if anything else, go get the CD. There's a lot of dope shit you're not gonna want to miss in there.
I know I, for one, miss like the physical CDs like that with the fucking books and
Booklet,
everything that
man.
has.
Oh, yeah,
that
there's a
has all
booklet.
the secret sauce inside the fucking booklets. I miss that. Like, nobody has really gone back to that era of merch, and like everybody's gone to just the CD inside the fucking flat thing. No, bring
Yeah,
back
yeah.
books, please.
Oh, this is my
The
first
cardboard.
booklet.
Yeah, the
This is my
cardboard
first
gold.
booklet, and that's why I'm so proud of it. You know what I mean? And I made sure, just with everything I'm doing, just like everything else I do in my life, man, everything has a meaning, and everything is for your benefit, man. So there's a lot of dope shit in there. Even the cover, that's viewable right now online. There's a lot of mystery and a lot of shit you can catch on in there, man. Everything has a reason for that shit. But I encourage everybody to go get a physical copy of that shit, because this is the beginning. You will look back at Manaflex as the launch point of a lot of shit for me. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So I
yeah.
want everybody who's been with me on this journey to have a copy, because this is gonna be, especially the first 100. The first 100 is gonna be probably different than the next 100. So I will say that.
That's cool.
Right.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty dope.
Now you gotta order it twice.
Right.
Yeah.
They have to get that 200 fucking copy then.
Right.
So, like an example, the first pressing of Energy isn't the same as the second pressing of Energy. So whoever got the first pressing of Energy has a straight up collector. I got a dude named Matt Folk, who's like the biggest collector. I don't know who else he collects, but he collects everything on my shit. So if you ever need some shit, hit up Matthew Folk, because that boy got the killer T shit from back in the day. He got the original pressing of Energy, shit like that. But as for Manaflex, yeah, man, everything I do I'm just here to bring flavor. So if you like flavor, go get the hard copy. But I do appreciate everybody streaming it and downloading it for sure.
Hell yeah. I know, like I said, I'm gonna be listening to it too coming weeks for sure.
Dope.
Be putting it on the daily playlist.
Yeah, let me check, man. I'm like I said in the what's it called, the back room. Yeah, man. Look at 20 something people listening right now, man. It's
Right.
just like, and that's just on Spotify. Like, it's just every time I check, it just feels good that people are listening to it and hearing the response has been cool. And this is my first interview or whatever appearance after release, so I'm kind of happy to do it with y'all.
Yeah, we were definitely fucking glad that we got you right here, because obviously it led for good conversations, genuine reactions, and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
And we
we're
always
actually gonna
loved
have
it.
to. We're gonna have to change the name, because I don't know if this is a clowning around. Because there was
No,
clowning.
That's
This
why I
was
was like,
we
I think
actually had
it's
a
a cool
conversation.
chapter now.
And it's a chat. Hey, I'll take a chapter, man. Hell yeah.
All right. Fuck yeah. All right, man. Once again, I want to thank you. It's been so dope getting to chat it up and getting to fucking get to know you better and all that, man. And we're gonna definitely have to fucking do something again in the future.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
do a proper clowning around next time. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Let's
Instead of
do that. That'll be
yeah,
fun.
for real. Right. Yeah,
So I
we
think
got
this was Yeah, this was a solid. This was definitely a chapter. I think it was needed because this is our
right?
first time chopping it up. You know what I mean? There's a lot of you guys didn't know about me and vice versa. So,
And it's the first day of the release, man. Like
right.
it's a lot of
Surf that
questions
wave.
to be had.
Hell yeah. And look at this hat, man. Like this hat is so dirty and beat and like there's blood on it. Like this
Oh,
I really blood, sweat, and tears for this shit, man. Like, and this is my second version of this hat. So if you watch my 2021 documentary, when I made the first version, that's just worse off than this. So this is I put everything I have into this music shit, into my performances, into Manaflex, man. So I appreciate everybody, man, to give me time and space in your life to and I'm here to, raise vibrations, make niggas beam, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was my first M bomb of the interview. I
yeah,
say way more. I usually say way more, so
it's all
congrats on me.
hey,
That's
yeah.
what's up.
At the end too, right? You gotta close it
Yes.
out with it, right? Oh yeah. All right, man. Thank you.
We
All right,
appreciate you,
yo, shout
brother.
outs to everybody in the chat, man. Manaflex out now. killertstore.bigcartel.com. If you can put that in the chat.
Still got the old game
killertstore.bigcartel.com.
on the up.
Get you a CD, and if you want, get some swag because it'll be like, I mean, ain't gonna be around long. But get you a CD. That's gonna be around forever. Much
Hell
love,
yeah.
Thuggalo Show. Whoop whoop.
Much love, homie.
Well,
Hell yeah. This man like turning his fucking rig back on already.
only done one dab. All right. Don't judge
I
me.
don't know. I don't keep track.
I did.
I ain't your mama. Nah, dude, I love that. That was a dope ass fucking show.
Like I said, we're definitely gonna have to change the name because that was a whole ass chapter right there.
Right. I almost don't like because I had a 17 reels, right? I got one right here that we can watch if you're down, if you got time. I ain't got to work tomorrow, bro, so I'm down. But I didn't want to like, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to do the other segments and shit, but I knew when we came together and we put that format sheet together, I seen it. I was like, dude, that's an hour long conversation right there. There's no way we ain't getting an hour out of all these questions we have. Because
I
obviously,
mean,
like, we even have segments, right, man? I think that's one of the first interviews where we were like, hey, let's transition to talking about movies now.
yeah, it's
That's
been a while.
yeah, right.
Actually, yeah, I knew once we started getting into the conversation, I knew that there was no deviating because it was such a good
It
fucking
was gonna
program and
become
such a good
interviewee,
conversation.
and I hate to say that word. We don't like the word interview around here. That's why we say chapters. That's why we say pages. That's why we say chop it up. But I knew, especially after hearing the fucking album at lunch. Like obviously I go to work early as fuck too. You know what I mean? So like, I think it was. Yeah, I go to lunch at 10 o'clock, so I was thinking it was 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? 10 to 10:30. I was listening to it.
Oh
And
yeah,
like from that point on, dude, I was excited for this looking fresh.
I'm not putting my mask back on.
Yeah,
I'll put my mask back on for the outro. That's about it.
now it looks like I'm wearing a red bandana.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Fuck it. Run that 17 reels. Let's see how we feel about
Yeah.
this.
All right. First of all,
Hold on. Charlie said, "Did we watch Hellish podcast?" I did. Did you peep that shit?
I did not.
You go
Oh,
listen to that
oh,
shit.
wait. I watched some of it. Now I know what you're talking about. It took me a minute to register. Sorry. Yes, I did watch. She did. I did get the DM. It did hit my DMs and shit. And I did get to watch some of it. And I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be real with you. That was something like I'm gonna have to be. I don't know. I gotta be in the right mindset to listen to that. I'm not. I'm
Those
gonna
are the
be real
kind
with
of
you.
podcasts that I listen to at work. So I literally popped it in at work and was
I don't
listening
know
to
how
this
you,
shit.
bro. Like in my mind, dude. Like I don't know, dude. It's a rough conversation for me to
It
have
is a rough
too, right?
conversation, but it needed to be had, and you
Yeah, for
fucking
real, it
knocked
does.
that shit out of the park. Going through that shit again.
Yeah,
Hey, shout out Heather. Shout out
yeah,
Heather.
for real. We love y'all, both you and
100%.
Charlie.
100%. But now let's lighten the load a little bit.
Yeah,
Exclusive
that's
release.
actually a good way to do that conversation because that's a heavy fucking conversation, and she, yeah, like you said, she killed that shit. Looked good on screen, all that. He putting the mask back on the head,
Not yet. I'm just putting it up here.
on the beanie. All right, so first of all, this 17 reel, guys, it's not actually 17.
What?
It's only 11,
Wow.
but two of them are long as fuck, right? And we're gonna stop and talk about them, I'm sure. So I look, even though it's only 11, it's still 5 minutes and 30 seconds, dog. It's
Damn.
still the 5 minute video of 17 reels. It's still the same length. It's just 11.
I know it's terrible out there. Stressful. Feels like the whole world's against you. You don't have to pretend like it's all okay. Cause it's really not. Stay alive for Grand Theft Auto 6. They've been working on it for over a decade. Michael, Trevor, Franklin. Imagine how upset all the protagonists of Grand Theft Auto be if you died. I hope you're feeling strong and brave and loved. I know it's rough.
So many people need to do that message right now. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
That's good.
Over a
That helped me
decade.
a lot.
Dude, they've been working on that game longer than my son's been alive, dog.
Yeah, a lot.
But we'll get through it together.
What have you been taking tonight? You gotta help me out there, partner.
I have taken nothing, sir.
You believe that?
Play it again. Play it again. I missed that one.
I know it's rough,
I know some of them
but
are
we'll
quick.
get through it together.
I had to team up some quick reels with some of the longer ones so I could get more 11 in the 5 minutes.
What have you been taking tonight? You gotta help me out there, partner.
I have taken nothing, sir.
He looks good to me.
Biggest lie ever told.
Looks good to me, dog. It looks good to me.
Fuck everyone who makes you feel like you aren't good enough.
Brother, typically I do, and that's my type. That's the issue right here.
As an artist, formerly on Bad Boy
All right, here's one of the longer ones.
Records in the 90s, I was as horrified as anyone to hear.
Well, what up, Swill? We gotta have to get on the. Hey, Onstead. We gotta get on Swill's show. We got to.
Anytime.
Yeah. Now he already offered me, but it was his long stream, right? And I'm gonna be real with you, homie, Swill. That was my first day off in 12 days, so I slept like 6 hours that day. So that's why I didn't show up for your long stream that day. But we gotta we gotta jump on that shit. And we're on our later half of the show. We gotta have to catch the rerun for the Swill or for the fucking Tierre. Right now we're doing a 17 reels. But yeah, bro, this is one of the longer ones. All right, you ain't ready for this one. I know you're not.
As an artist, formerly on Bad Boy Records in the 90s, I was as horrified as anyone to hear about the P. Diddy allegations. Lately, a lot of you internet weirdos have been going through my back catalog, trying to play with my name, taking lyrics out of context, and trying to find hidden meanings that just aren't there.
Diddy hit my G-spot every time. Yeah, Diddy hit my G-spot. Satisfied. Got a crop of new rappers, yum yum. Now it's lunchtime. Diddy getting his, and you know that I'll be getting mine. Free time, man. You know it's free time.
When you're doing crime, real certified G's need a spot to go where they're going to be surrounded by other real certified G's. Now, if I personally had seen anything sus, I'd be the first one to tell you. 1,000.
That's some horsepower. All right, this one I'm gonna turn it. This one's fucked up, bro. Okay, of all the things that I thought would happen, it definitely wasn't this either.
What?
Moving that bike fucked the whole funk's way of that whole road. I'm telling you, bro.
I didn't know how to describe raising a child with autism until I went to a festival recently and it became clear. To me, taking care of this child is like taking care of your very best friend after they've done way too many shrooms.
We'll stand down here.
While you yourself are on a moderate amount of shrooms. I'm not confident about all the decisions I'm making. But I know you should not be eating a mouse pad right now.
Right? I mean, and then that leads to this one for sure. Watch the arm. You see the arm drop? That means you can like literally watch this man go from all day to being fried.
Pad right now.
I hope somebody checked on this man.
Addicted to balloons.
He's crying.
My love for balloons, it's also a sexual love. When I see a beautiful balloon, my heart starts to flutter and I get aroused. I'll take a 12-inch and I'll inflate it to 11-inch. Yeah. That way it can take a lot of abuse.
For example, the melted core. I mean, that was definitely evidence that there were thermite bombs that were used in bringing down those buildings.
I can assure you, we did not use thermite bombs. I did the research myself. It would not have worked. We flew an enormous airplane into a building. Okay, I think it is obvious what caused the building to crumble.
Why are you being so close-minded to this, sir? If more
How
people
would you
just
like
had the
it
courage.
if you spent, 2 months in a mountain cave, sleeping on rocks, planning something really special, only to have someone take the credit away from you? Say, oh no, you don't deserve the credit for it.
Open up their minds and
Mr. Gerard, I have here the voucher for the lessons, for the flight lessons.
This is obviously forged documents. I mean, come on, did President Bush give you these himself?
I work for Bush. Me and Bush, we go out, we hang. He goes, hey, bring on the forgery. It is rubbish. Talking to you is like talking to a ghost.
This is the kind of thing our government does.
Let Mr. Farouk of Al-Qaeda speak.
For example.
Bro, I had that's one of the ones I wanted to play when we did fucking Thuggalo Files and we were talking about 9/11, dog.
Yeah, that
I really wanted to play it, but it's too comical, and I'm like, fuck it, we'll put it in 17 reels.
That's a good one.
It was. That shit's funny as fuck.
Reason for visiting the States.
I was visiting my friend.
And who are you?
I'm the friend. We were both looking for me, but I was in the car the whole time, so he couldn't find me.
And what's with the smoke?
Pot.
Muffler.
Did you buy any cigarettes?
No, smoking is gross.
Then why do you have so many lighters?
'Cause we really like slow songs at concerts.
We don't.
I'm going to ask you guys a couple of questions, okay? What's 8 times 9?
89.
What's 15% of a $40 bill?
Too much?
How many grams are in an eighth?
3.5.
How many grams are in a quarter ounce?
7.
And how much is an ounce?
This much?
2.
I'm going to have to confiscate that.
Oh, man.
28.
That's like drug abuse.
Dude, how did you even know we were high?
You told me you drove in from Vermont.
Yeah?
This is the Canadian side.
Pause real quick. Pause.
Hold on,
Weed
hold
is
on.
legal in Canada, so you really don't have any good reason to leave. A message from the Canada...
Yes,
That's an
listen, we're
official
gonna address
message.
the comments now. Yes, it does. My balls are like squished right now, and then I can't stand up until we're done with the show because I
Look.
can't let.
Look,
I can't.
the trick.
Do it. That is the trick. That is the
Wear
trick.
the shorts.
But I got off 5
There's
minutes.
no
before I
way.
walked in.
There's no way I'm walking into Juggalo Ohio 3 without fucking shorts on
no.
with this fucking costume.
For
This
sure.
shit is tight as fuck.
Yeah,
Like-
definitely not happening.
You can see my elbow poking there. Like, nah. I
Already
almost
did.
I'm gonna wear the onesie.
It
every
does got a
time
pee
this
hole.
motherfucker-
Does yours got a pee hole? Mine's got a pee hole.
Dude, mine don't have shit, dog. There's
Yeah,
no
mine's got a
way.
pee hole.
Dude, yeah. The mask looks good though. I will
I
say my
told
mask
you.
looks real
I
good.
am
fucking sick.
Listen, I'm gonna be real honest with you guys right now. We're gonna be very, very, very vulnerable. I am not sticking my pee through this pee hole. This is
it a
scary
zipper?
shit. Yeah, it's a zipper, and it's scary. I'm not doing that.
I'll hold it.
You
Dude,
gotta have to strip it off to poo. Yeah. I think the first time that
that's so
happens
small.
is
Look,
the
that's as
time it
far as
just
it goes
comes
down.
off completely.
Bullshit.
Swear.
That's for a
Look,
child.
this man just realized his dick is small.
That's it.
Live.
Yeah, that's all you get.
Right now, he said that's as far as it goes.
Excuse you.
No, like I don't want you to zip up my wiener and that shit.
I was touching your gooch.
Dude, it's the hole is
Somebody
this big.
needs to, like, maybe the hole is that big, or
The
is
hole
your
is
dick
that big. No, both, but like they want you to put your wiener through a hole this big. That's as far as it zips.
He's like, my dick's small,
Sorry.
but that's still not a lot of room.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's for a Spidey dick, dude. Spider dick.
Spider dick. Yeah, spider pee
Not a fat dick.
Someone explained the Spider-Man theme to me. It's kind. I'm sorry. I think it's kind of whack. Well, there wasn't Spider-Man at Juggalo.
Let's pull up that flyer. You got that flyer for Juggalo Ohio loaded up at all for day one? Here, I'll get rid of 17 reels. That was the last one too. And that's number 7, dude. By the way, we're at 17 reel videos.
Damn, we're almost 17. We need 10 more.
Yeah. But anyway, 17 reels, that shit is literally just reels that are coming across my Facebook because the fucking algorithm is stupid as shit. And I get stupid videos like that all the time. So
Charlie
instead of.
Away.
What did Charlie say? I could
Charlie
barely
said
read that shit.
He said I could see onset at Juggalo Ohio 3 with the costume down to his knees taking a pee. You're goddamn right. I'll be like Butters when he's going pee at the
This
urinal.
dude, he pulls
Catch
his
me
pants
like
down
that.
to his ankles anyways.
Yeah, right. Like it's.
Here you go. So Juggalo, Ohio, night 1, Ouija would be doing Gather the Elements, right? Which is, we can only assume songs off of fucking Trash Fire, Gutter Water, Stale Wind, Wasteland. But we also got, you see the little Spider-Mans in the corner right there? He also gave us special instructions, and being the fucking 17 percenters we are following his orders and fucking dressing up as Spider-Man for whatever the mosh pit for whatever song. We wanted to do Demon Seed. Because they can say, draw that fucking circle on that floor, and then we all point to each other. We're doing the meme. And then, like we were saying backstage, how dope is that family photo going to be with all the little Spider-Man sprinkled in for the first night?
So I
or
hope, like,
fucking videos, bro.
I hope there's like when he says, "Hey, it's family picture time." I hope you guys are safe, but I hope like there's ninjas like on the balcony, like holding on, hanging off to the side.
How do
And
you
shit,
do? Oh
like,
yeah,
you
it's
know,
like this,
hitting
right?
the fucking
Did you do this
Spider-Man
shit?
type shit.
I'm not really that big of a Spider-Man. I like the games.
I don't know.
I will say I like. Look, man, I'm gonna piss a lot of people off. I'm gonna say I like Spider-Man a lot more than I like the like Avengers shit.
I don't
Just
know
solo
anything about it,
dolo.
dog. All I
Nah,
know is I'm fucking.
I'm an X-Men fan, bro. To be honest with you.
Fuck you. I'm Spider-Man, and that's all I care about. It's hot in this bitch. I can't let you guys know who I am though. So
No, you got look. What you do is you just replace the first initial and the last initial, right? So, like for Spider-Man, it'd be Miter Span, right? And then for Peter Parker, it would be, oh shit.
they want middle fingers. They want middle fingers. This is what you want? This is what you want? This is what you want? This is what you came for? Does this appease you?
I have to cover
Gang.
my face 'cause I don't have my mask on.
Gang, gang.
Bam. All right, so moving on to news.
Oh, we got news?
Got news.
Alright. I'm not doing news with Spider-Man. It's too hot.
I know,
Alright,
now my
news.
ears are covered. All right, that's more comfortable.
Alright, what's news? Oh, lazy and crazy. This, all of this stuff is on a first come, first serve basis right now. This is all
Yeah.
stuff that he had up, sitting in the boxes. So, go get some more now.
ski
Get that
mask,
shit.
pins, the Moonlight Monster House. What a fucking throwback that is, bro. I love, dude. That is like literally one of those like gathering memories. Having that fucking backdrop up, walking by it and shit. Got COVID masks, man. Now you can just wear it for your fucking music videos and shit. You got fucking obviously shirts.
Nope, tapestries.
Tapestries. Oh yeah.
Sold out. And then
Hats.
these are the interchangeable hats with the
Right,
patches.
with the patches.
Those were tough.
Yes. Pin.
Coins?
No, that's the coin. You're right.
Reaper pins.
The Bowser fucking pendant is dope. Only 50. Xylophone. Only 15. Too. Look, the xylophone, I gave one of those to Butterfly Mike. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Butterfly Mike.
No, it's not butter. It's fuck. Butterfly or butterfly. What? God damn it.
Butterhelp. That's tough. Hell yeah. Go get some chains. Only $30. Hell yeah.
I got there, bro. It was Flutterby. I got it. Dude, the fucking Master Chief.
That's tough. Go get your shit now. Before it
and all those chains, like you said, there are only 50 made. All those chains are
of
numbered.
each one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all numbered on the back. You know what number you're getting. All of his fucking gear is always fucking fresh, like this
Shovel
right
mane.
here.
Shovel mane.
That shit is fresh.
That new wicked.
Sunflower.
That new wicked.
I love this shit just because he does it himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's an extra bit of flavor.
Just like Airhead, bro. You know what I mean? Fuck him up.
DJ Paul.
Like I said earlier, man, and I was not lying, that I didn't even realize this had dropped because I had been listening to Men in
Crazy
Black.
dog, it's Friday. We're getting a new
Right,
one.
I
We'll
know,
up
dude.
until April 2nd.
Trust
player.
me, dude. As soon as I heard it, I listened to it. I love it.
Pee hard.
Definitely a different vibe than the other two that we got so far.
I can't wait for it. I can't wait for
it. Dealing with Demons, the new Percy Bones fucking album.
I didn't see this one. I missed this.
Sage. Yeah. I didn't get to see the track list. It's the first time I've seen the track list. Obviously, I see Umo already. Rise the Zombies.
Sinister.
Raise the Zombies. Rise the Zombies.
Raise the Zombies. Bring the Umo.
Oh, yeah, you are. And then Bakri 11, which is, we've seen them down in Texas. When me and Jay Herm went to Texas to meet Percy when he came to the States, bro. And then obviously, big topic.
Big news of the week. Big news of the week right here.
New ICP tour.
Yeah, it's a
small tour too. I'm gonna just say it, dude. I'm gonna just say it. This is the cash grab right here.
This is where a lot of the gathering is going.
Funding.
Yes. I do believe so too. So go fill these fucking spots up so we can get some
dope ass artists on these fucking
some super ass new names or some shit.
So
some
we were thinking
that require bags.
Originally, obviously, when we were looking at this date, me and Onstead, we both said fucking Cleveland. We were looking at it, but then Onstead said something. He said, "Hey, my birthday is actually on the Pennsylvania date, which is fucking the 24th, right?
The 23rd, I think it is.
No, it's 24th.
23rd is my birthday, but
oh shit. Okay, so the 24th. Oh wait, no. Yeah, there's two Pennsylvania stops.
Yep.
So
Pennsylvania.
So when I said the 7 hours, I was looking up.
You thought it was rating.
Yeah, which is on the other side of Pennsylvania, which is 7 hours. Like I said, though, that's no different than fucking traveling to Wisconsin and shit. So.
Yeah, I kind of want to go.
So I think we might. I think we might be in Cheesewick, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that might be the one we end up going, and that'll be my birthday. So should be fun time.
So if you're in the area,
Low ticket
let
warning,
us
guys.
crash in your living room.
Yeah, let us crash in your living room, so we're gonna
We
have to
will
drive in
wear
the other
these
5
outfits
hours.
if you want to.
I don't know.
us to.
He will. My wife would kick my ass. I can't wear. I can only wear this to
shit.
Ohio.
Damn it.
Yeah, and I got to put on 5 different shorts.
All right,
So-
low ticket warning as of last year too. Was it like last year was 2 weeks before the show? Low ticket warning. First year completely sold out way before the fucking show even started.
Yep. Way before the show even started. I'm actually very surprised. Like, there's still tickets available. To be honest.
That's what I was thinking too. I thought we already had a low ticket warning. I already thought we had gotten that, but we got another one.
The dog tour.
Fuck yes. So, dope little thing about this tour, right? So at each of these spots, there's going to be a special EP available too.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, Bukkake.
The Bukkake Mukbang Extravaganza.
Hosted by DJ Dick Dribble.
Oh shit! It's got poop in my puss. Coochies, Ice Spice. Oh, this is the mix right here.
And Swill, I was another show that I was honestly thinking about catching too.
Yeah.
The Halloween show.
Oh, that's a good one.
Darby. Yeah.
Yeah.
I try not to plan too far ahead because
Right.
you never really
Right.
know. Like
It's hard as a bitch.
like Tierre was alluding to earlier, man. Don't worry about the steps so much. Just worry about the destination. So like I'm
Right.
like, yeah, I got so my top ones right now, right, is Halloween. Fucking obviously the major shows for the clowns gathering, all that shit. We got fucking got Siamese Goat God. You got fucking cartoons. You got cartoons show. He has his own show. I can't think of what it's called right now off my fucking head. But he has his own little headlining show that I want to fucking go to. Jugga Crow, Ohio. So as always, fucking Will Gates and Cheese House, Cheesegate together. They always be doing the crazy shit in the hotels, man. They got a wedding, they got a potluck, got rock throwing, got the annual orgy, got music, got the
annual
Super 17.
orgy.
Yeah, bro. Look, I'm prepared. Hold on. Wait.
Oh,
I
you're
got
prepared.
this. This year's mine.
This year is his. He's claiming it. Wait. So where does? Oh my god. Oh my god. He's gonna 8K. He's got the 8K. He's gonna capture your butthole in 8K, you guys. So at Jugga Crow, Ohio.
Yeah, I got the orgy this year, guys. We got
Yeah.
light. We got external mic. We got it. And no, we ain't doing the cell phone shit this year. All right.
We on our Brandon
Come
Buckingham type shit. This
Yeah,
year.
exactly. Juggalos are on the up, bro. We gotta get with it.
Jugga Crow, Ohio. Get ready for that.
No,
Oh
it
no!
is
Woody said he didn't get a room at the Super 17. No. What?
Where'd you get a room at then?
Did I hear correct?
Right. Where'd you get a room at then?
You should know that you could just sleep in the hallway, bro.
Oh no.
Just take your tent. Take your gathering tent and put it in the hallway.
Bring it. You camp out in front of our door.
You could pop your tent up in our room.
They can camp out in the room.
Obviously. There's a bathtub. Man, is that all the news? That's all we got lined up right now.
Yep, I think that's it.
But we are at an hour and 45 minutes, I will say.
Yeah.
For being us, bro, we're usually in bed by now.
Oh, that's what's happening next. I'm showering in bed.
Yeah. I like I said, man, I'm lucky enough to have 2 weekends in a row that I don't fucking work. Dude, this is the first time this year. First time this year. I'm talking first time this year. I've had 2 weekends in a row I didn't have to work. But that ends. Well, actually, I got 3 weekends because they had scheduled next weekend, right? So like, I had bought my tickets prior, obviously last year, and they like scheduled this upcoming Saturday for production. So I had to print my tickets out, scratch out the barcode. Obviously, I ain't that stupid. Fucking took some marker to that barcode, right? And then circled the price, circled the date I bought them, and then I had to put in an exception form at work so that I mean, that I could be excused without having to use any PTO or anything like that. Because it's hard to use PTO on a Saturday, bro. It's hard because they just deny it. Because if we're working a Saturday, it's because we're behind. Like an example, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. We've been making up about 200 cars a day, right? So we went from fucking like 8,000 cars down to right now we're like at about 3,000. So we made up quite a few, bro. Look at this
There's your
weather, Columbus, Ohio, and as
66.
being a Central Ohio, fucking not native. Obviously, I wasn't born here, but I was raised here.
Resident.
Don't even look at this shit.
It's gonna change in 2 days.
It's gonna change tomorrow.
Right.
Ohio weather is more bipolar than fucking its citizens are.
Well, let's pray and hope for that, because that's what I'm praying and hoping for. Oh. All right. You ready? You ready, Spidey? I'm gonna wrap this up.
Fuck.
I'm gonna wrap this up, Spidey. So, we don't really have a guest for next week because we will all be seeing you guys in fucking Columbus doing some Juggalo shit with our fam and doing Spider-Man Juggalo shit at Juggalo Ohio 3. So, we really don't have a stream for next week, but I can tell you what we are planning on doing. And that's at the Super 17. We're going to be crawling around with all of you guys, just like everybody else. So if you see us out there, make sure you come
This man is going to bring my laptop back to me so we can do this shit.
Yes, just remind me.
We're going to pop up in the hotel room. Dude, it's been a while, honestly. It's been a long time since we popped up in a hotel.
That is true. That is true.
We've kind of taken some time off, if you would, from traveling as much. Woody Woo loves you motherfuckers. We love you too, homie, as well as we love all you beautiful motherfuckers in this chat.
And we will see you guys. Hopefully, we'll see most of you guys next week at Juggalo Ohio. And if we don't see you there, we'll see you on.
We will.
Well, maybe we'll do a stream. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. But
it's going to be a disorganized stream for sure.
It will be. And you know what? Those aren't always.
There'll be drug use. There will be. There will be a lot of shit that we're gonna. We'll just have it pointed towards one corner, and then all the debauchery going off in the other corner.
You guys can just hear it. We'll just do an audio only person. Patreon available. You can see us allegedly doing whippets and frying out. Allegedly, this didn't happen.
Allegedly, that tank's already bought for, so I'm gonna say.
Allegedly. These are all allegations that we're pure.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is a pure soul, all right? He does not do that shit. He
just
beats those
wants
guys
it.
up.
We bought it so somebody else wouldn't.
We got it off the streets.
Got it off the street, and then we hit some other bad guy upside the head with it.
With it. See?
Right, we used it as a weapon.
We're good. We got this, you guys.
A weapon of justice.
Whoop, whoop. Everybody. We'll see you guys fucking next week.
Whoop, whoop.
Till then, keep fucking streets safe and do Spider-Man things. I don't know.
Hey, shout out Thuggalo Show in this bitch. Every fucking city Thuggalo Show represent. Free Will in the bitch. Darby in the pits. Shout out Thuggalo Show. Love you motherfuckers for real, bro. Hey, this is Ouija Mac, the ugliest juggalo that ever fucked your bitch. Tune into the Thuggalo podcast or you ain't shit, ho.